Been a couple days. What's going on, guys? We've got not OTAs. We're not doing that right now. We're talking minicamp. First day of minicamp. Let's get right into it, guys. Before I start, make sure you guys hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new to join the 27 squad. And for my reoccurring 27 squad members, make sure you drop a comment in the comment section below. Let your voice be heard. And let's get into this goodness, guys. I'm in a great mood. I came home from a long day of work. For all you guys that are giving me video suggestions, don't worry, I'm working on them. I'm doing my research on, you guys had some good freaking suggestions on other stuff in the NFL, and I'm getting on that. If you guys have suggestions, make sure you guys hit me up on Instagram and let me know, or if you want to tag me in some kind of article on Twitter, go ahead and do that. My social media is on the bottom left hand corner. But go ahead and do that, and I will be working on video suggestions for you guys that you guys want to see. Like I said, guys, those video suggestions are in the works right now. As of right now, I'm trying to get on to my priorities, like the positional preview series and also covering minicamp. So I'm trying to balance that all out, but don't worry, those videos are still coming out. So guess what, guys? We've got the read option. When have we ever had the read option in our playbook? Ever. You ever play Madden and you play with the Giants? Where do you find the read option at? You have some default plays that they have some read option, but it's not like it's not implemented into the offense. But I'm loving this right now. Daniel Jones running the read option. How great of a feeling is it to have Saquon Barkley, the leader of this team, cheering on Daniel Jones? You guys know in his interviews, a couple interviews ago or a couple days ago, in his interview, he mentioned how much he loved Daniel Jones, how much he stood behind him, talking about that it doesn't matter if he really holds this as true or not, but he said wait till this guy wins you 2 Super Bowls, and then you won't say it's a bad pick. And as he runs his read option, you hear Saquon Barkley and Evan Ingram chanting in the background. It's amazing to see. I love the chemistry. Bad Dog made a great video early on today. If you're watching this, Bad Dog, great video early on today talking about team chemistry and how it's very important on a team, that it's not always about talent, but it's about your chemistry. Chemistry can make talent. You know, it happens like that. Chemistry can make talent. So we're not going to get into the standout players of the day because there's too much of them, and pretty much they're all listed in the sideline notes. So we'll go over the sideline notes, and there the highlight players are also highlighted here. So I'm not going to talk about the standout players and then go into the sideline notes and then just reiterate what I was talking about. So let's get right into it. So there's a typo here. I think John Schmug wrote this. Yes, he did. Typo there. He didn't capitalize the I. So, big day for the 2 inside linebackers competing for a job right now. BJ Goodson has a lot on his plate right now. BJ Goodson is the starting middle linebacker coming into this in the base 3-4 defense. But he has guys like Tay Davis, the second-year player. Also, Ryan Connolly, Josiah Tauefa. Those guys are also competing for a spot as well. So, BJ Goodson has to step up his game. He did so today. He batted down and actually intercepted a pass from Kyle Lauletta, who is back at the Giants facility that was intended for Sterling Shepard. Then in the red zone period, he also got his hand on an Eli Manning pass intended for Rhett Ellison and broke it up. And then it also says here that he's been splitting reps with Tay Davis. Here's how it's going to go, guys. BJ Goodson is going to be out there in the base 3-4 defense along with Alec Ogletree. And then in the nickel, which we usually play more nickel than anything, and most defenses do nowadays. But in the nickel, Tay Davis will be out there with Alec Ogletree, just because in the nickel you need a more sideline to sideline, fast and speedy type linebacker. That's what Tay Davis is. He's a faster linebacker. BJ Goodson is more of a thumper, a guy that can stop the run and things like that, and be like a 4-3 middle linebacker. So that's why they're going to be splitting reps. For anybody that's confused about that. So we have some competition from the nickel linebackers. Says here, cornerback Grant Haley made a nice play of his own during half-line pass work, staying with wide receiver Russell Shepard on a deep out and knocking away a well-thrown ball by Daniel Jones. Haley is trying to hold onto a starting slot corner spot ahead of rookie cornerback Julian Love, but he also got reps outside cornerback with the third team. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here, but my guess, guys, honestly, my guess that is Julian Love's going to catch up to Grant Haley, and by the season start, I think Julian Love will be starting at the nickel spot, and Grant Haley will be the dime back. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Grant Haley. I thought this would be very, very one-sided. I thought Julian Love was gonna come out here and smoke Grant Haley, but Julian Love is keeping up with Grant Haley, and Grant Haley's keeping up to his nickel spot, and that's great competition there, because not only will we have a good nickel linebacker, whoever loses that job is going to be a great dime backer. So a nickel corner and dime corner. That's what I meant. But whoever loses that job is going to be a very good dime corner. So I don't mind it whatsoever. So then we have an Antoine Bethea interception from Eli Manning, as we all know. I mean, Eli Manning's not looking good, guys. He is not looking good in the in minicamp OTA so far. Daniel Jones is flat out. And I don't want to hear anybody. Nobody can prove me wrong on this. Daniel Jones is flat out the best quarterback in this roster right now. On this roster right now, Daniel Jones is the best quarterback. I don't want to hear it. Maybe he won't start day one. Maybe he won't start this year. Maybe he won't. I mean, maybe he'll barely get playing time in the preseason. I don't know. But as of right now, Daniel Jones, and I don't care if he's playing with the second and third team. He's playing with the second team now more consistently. But Daniel Jones is the best quarterback in the Giants facility right now. Then you look at here later in red zone drills, a Jones pass intended for Benny Fowler was knocked up into the air by linebacker Jonathan Anderson into the arms of rookie defensive back Julian Love, who downed the ball in the end zone for a touchback. 2 plays later, Jones hit wide receiver Cody Latimer on a beautifully thrown fade pattern over the head of Antonio Hamilton for the touchdown, though there was some controversy over whether he got his feet in bounds. Guys, I'm going to be putting on the highlights. Wherever you guys see Daniel Jones is where you're going to see him. I'm not going to really edit them too much. I'm just going to re-put up the highlights and stuff like that. Watch every single Daniel Jones pass. And yes, Alex Tanney played well today, and everybody threw pretty balls today. But Daniel Jones is just fitting them right in there, man. Throwing beautiful fade routes and everything to multiple receivers. Fowler, Latimer, Coleman, a couple other guys, Slayton, I think, but was that Tanney? But still, I mean, he's looking great. And to Reggie White, the one to Reggie White was one of the most impressive. Definitely. Says here, Manning's best throw came on a deep play action crossing route to Sterling Shepard that could have gone for a touchdown on the first play of blitz period. 8 plays later, Daniel Jones made his best throw of practice with a perfect deep face route. I think he meant fade route. Josh Schmuck has a lot of freaking too many mistakes so far in this article, but a perfect deep fade route over the outside shoulder of wide receiver Reggie White Jr., who was covered well by cornerback Tony Lippett. And Tony Lippett also had a batted pass as well today, guys. On the very next play, the Giants defense made a play of their own. Another Jones pass for White. This time over the middle was a little high and went off of White's hands, right to the cornerback Ronald Zamfort for the interception. So that one wasn't really Daniel Jones' fault, but it's gonna count as one. Alex Tanney had a nice day hitting a perfect post route to rookie wide receiver Darius Slayton. That was also a very good pass. Sorry about the thunder, guys. It's very thunderous here in Florida. And then it says here, Tanney hit wide receiver Corey Coleman on a perfect sideline deep route. Corey Coleman also still having a very good minicamp and OTA. And then, of course, we mentioned Daniel Jones running down the sideline and having his teammates cheer him on. And guys, we have here a whole paragraph. This is something I've been waiting for such a long time. A whole paragraph on Deandre Baker. As you guys know, he's now taking first team reps with, the first team, obviously, opposite of Janoris Jenkins. I guess Sam Beal is with the second team. So I love that competition. 27 squad, Deandre Baker. But it says here, after playing with the first team last Friday, cornerback Deandre Baker was there again on the first day of minicamp opposite Janoris Jenkins. He got his hand on a few passes, including a great play on a slant route where he anticipated wide receiver Sterling Shepard's route and beat him to the spot to knock the ball away. Ironically, Baker deflected the ball to Golden Tate, who got it before it hit the ground. Shepard had a very productive day. including a couple of catches that would have yielded big plays. Baker, meanwhile, continues to prove why he's a first-round pick. So yes, I mean, he deflected the ball and it landed in Golden Tate's hands. That happens. That's just a, you know, a bang type play right there. So that's out of his control, but he made the play, which is most important. Deandre Baker, it might be the best cornerback in this draft. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But Deandre Baker is really looking good from what I see in on practice highlights too. People are starting to throw his way now, and he's starting to show why he is a first-round pick. So it says here, Coleman. So far, we're looking like Coleman is the third wide receiver on the team right now. Coleman got a lot of reps at third wide receiver with the first team, it says here in the article as well. So keep that storyline in mind, guys. Benny Fowler versus Coleman. That's pretty much who it is right now. Cody Latimer, not really. It's Coleman and Benny Fowler right now. Defensive linemen Dexter Lawrence and BJ Hill were both active near the line of scrimmage, with the former batting away a pass and latter with penetration on run and pass plays. I don't know, weird choice of words there, but they batted away passes and they were able to run up the gaps on run and passing plays. So shows consistency there. So that is the sideline notes, guys. You know, we're seeing this is probably the best practice from both sides for the Giants so far this season. I mean, we're getting a lot of defensive plays, a lot of offensive plays. My favorite practice was probably OTA number 3. This is now my favorite. Daniel Jones is looking sharp. Alex Tanney was making some plays, but still, you want to see all the quarterbacks play well. But Daniel Jones had multiple highlights today. Yes, he had an interception, but it was off a tipped pass from Reggie White before he hit Reggie White on a beautiful fade route. The wide receivers are extremely exceeding expectations. Benny Fowler, Cody Latimer, Coleman, Reggie White, all making plays. Darius Slayton is not dropping the ball as much as we thought he would. He's actually making some very good Deshaun Jackson-like plays where he just, runs straight up the middle and just burn the defense. That's pretty much what he's going to be for us, is like another Deshaun Jackson, which I hope. But the wide receivers are playing well. The cornerbacks are playing well. Janoris Jenkins has had multiple standouts of the day. Deandre Baker is starting to make a lot of noise now. It's not like he wasn't before. It's just that nobody was throwing his way. And also, Grant Haley and Julian Love stay in competition. Antoine Bethea has multiple interceptions so far in practice. So, we're all looking good. All around the board, we're looking great. So, that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and with all Giants news and NFL news alike, I'm Kid Blue, and I will see you guys in the next video.